Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're playing in the Incursion League as a subtle self-found hardcore arc trapper. And we have arrived in the foothills. And Vaal is already here, so I'm gonna dive into an incursion today. Oh, probably gonna end up diving into multiple of those. Can't throw traps over the wall, that is slightly annoying. 5-socket sentinel jacket, of which 4 are already linked. That's not a bad way to start. Okay, gain a level and we have an alpha. Let's do the level first. We're on our way towards a hired killer, so just more life is the way to go. And hello there. Here, have a trap. Marvelous. Nice, we have a new incursion, so let's have a quick look. We've got a nice chain down here. Shrine of Empowerment, faster mobs, tombs, just a dead end room, explosives room, so we have 1 charge. Then jeweler's workshop connected to the hatchery and the cellar and the pits, and then the tunnels and the poison garden. So we're not too far off from the apex. The explosive room effectively gives us 1 link here if we want it. So I'd say if we connect the jeweler's workshop with the apex, then we actually have a connection, since then from the explosives room we can go into the hatchery, or from the splinter lab we can go to the jewelry and then we can go up there. So top left is the one to go for. Going for jewelry or going for gems? No, let's go for the jewelry. So top left and then up to the upgrade. Seems relatively straightforward. Okay, lots and lots of things to murder ice. Come on, stone. That's not a stone. You are an architect, maybe you've got a stone. No, you're stoneless. That's not connected. It's gonna be one of those fun ones where it's possible to just get the stone all the way at the very end and then find myself without enough time to actually head back. Oh, seriously. It must be next to the door that I want to breach. That's potentially helpful. No, wait. So somewhere there's just 1 mob, and that is the mob that has the stone, and it just has managed to elude me. That's sneaky. That is very sneaky. Can't blame him. If someone were to burst in and try to murder things, I'd probably not try and show my face either. Obviously I'm rather successful at murdering things here, so hiding, not being seen, increases the chance of survival. So that was a very, very, very smart mob that just managed to elude me. So got a waypoint here, got a full inventory, might as well empty my pockets. I think from the corner of my eye I did see an abyss. So let's have a quick look at that. And then push forward. Yeah, see. There it is. Hello, Abyss. Abyss spawns lots of mobs, so that is very synergistic with a trapper build. Since you have a habit of just throwing lots of projectiles around, there's just going to be more mobs to trigger those projectiles. And the rares that will spawn, they'll just get caught in the crossfire.
Orb of Alchemy.
Okay, I gotta backtrack for that Orb of Alchemy, but first let's survive this. It's a nice length for this abyss here.
Orb of Alchemy.
Oh, another orb. Okay, don't think I wanna face thank you too much. There we go. Okay, another station. And there we are. The reward. 1 trove. And another jewel. Increase damage over time while dual wielding. Marvelously useless. Superior divine mana. Doesn't look all that superior. Oh, actually the quality could be helpful for just trading in a couple of these things for a bubble. Ooh, we got a beach map over there. Get away, please. And then, yes, this is the way back. Ooh, Bullback, you are something that needs to be killed, and then we got ourselves a Calendar of Fortune. There is the Orb of Alchemy that we heard earlier. And then I think, yeah, that's it. So we needed to kill Bullback, we did that. We have access to the Basilisk at any time because it is next to the waypoint, so I think might as well just push forward a little bit here. And just go forward, and then we can just backtrack for the Basilisk near the end, since that is the most straightforward one. I mean, the Abyss kind of made me clear half the map already, then it would be a waste to not benefit from it and just push through the rest of the map. And there we go. The tunnels. If I remember correctly, it has a waypoint and it has a trial, and indeed the trial thing lights up. And there's lore, and lore is usually next to the trial, and indeed, that is the case. Okay, Death Goombas, let's not get caught by them. Okay, let's just pretend I'm a Death Goomba. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Don't look at me, I'm just a Death Goomba. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Wah. Well, they intersect with each other, so I just gotta pretend like I'm one of them, right? It's in order to blend in. It's totally on purpose that I'm walking into the other ones there. Just part of the act. Okay, so that one is dealt with, then we only have the trial in Act 10 remaining. After which we can do the Merciless Lab. And get ourselves... Well, for now, the last point. I mean, Endgame Lab is always something, well, if you encounter it, it's a nice bonus, but it's not something I really count on getting. Simply because there's a huge amount of randomness and time investment required in order to obtain Endgame Lab. And you know what, we'll just go back to town and empty those pockets, hand in those quests. Make everybody happy. Hello, thank you for those respect points. Yeah, there's no active skill points there. We need to actually kill gods for that. Which, with a bit of luck, we might end up doing as well. Oh, there is still an Ozun to save. Well, to find and save her. I don't think that we're gonna be successful in the end. Okay, that was a choice here. Go left or go right. Let's hope going left here was the correct choice. And indeed, there's a waypoint. So that justifies the choice. Hello everybody. Here, I have some traps. I do like it when they all throw projectiles at me. I mean, especially if they are attack-based projectiles. Thanks to arrow dancing, we have a much increased chance to avoid those projectiles. Alva, Shrine of Empowerment. Increases the speed of the monsters. Sure, we'll do that. And then might as well connect the Flame Workshop here. Ooh, look at that, A-Stone. This is the one time I wasn't particularly caring about it, and then of course you instantly find it. That's always how it works. Okay, gone it is. So might as well... Oh wait, this is the green one. Needed to actually be in the bottom left side. There. More enemies. Need more enemies. Stuck on the corner of the ledge there. Not the best of places to be stuck. Ooh, are you the last survivor? You might be the last survivor. Oh no, you are. Here. There we go. And then we'll just tag the waypoint and go back 1 second early. And everything is connected and... Ooh. Is that the shaper sheet? That is the shaper sheet. Strength and int, which is what we currently have. It has mana regen, it has life regen. Nearby any allies have life regen and nearby allies gain mana regen. I wonder if that includes yourself for a double bonus or if it's allies being people that are not yourself. Either way, life and mana regen is not a bad thing. The downside is, of course, I kind of like the plus 20 to all attributes. That is very tempting. Very tempting. Oh, for now, let's keep it be tempting and push forward to the next level. Into the quarry we go. Quarry is a bit of a hub here. There's going to be a waypoint in the center. There's going to be a sin in the center. And this is also where we can hand off the things that we collect for sin. Hello there. Well, inventory is empty enough, might as well just keep pushing forward. Oh, hello there. Big chaos sentinel thing. And there is another Alpha. Which way are you sending me today? Explosive room. Well, if we upgrade that one, then at least for sure we know we can get to the apex, so I'm happy with that. And then while at it, I might as well upgrade or link to the splinter research. So that is the left top side. Okay. Oh, look at that. A stone of passage, and we have upgraded this one. Let's see, I said left top side, not to be confused with the top left side. And there is still plenty of time remaining on the timer. Sometimes fortune does smile on you. Hello, let's backstab here a little bit with your very slowly animated overhead swing. If it's that obvious, you must be dodging it. And I think... Oh, there's one corner. I shouldn't think, I should look. There was still a little bit left on the timer, and now it looks like we're done. Can I go? Yes, haha. I beat Alpha to it. Cool. Okay, so now at least we have guaranteed access to the apex. Everything else is now just a bonus. Let's just grab a few of these scroll things and then let's go looking for more trouble. Along the edges will be multiple exits leading to different places. One of them will be a fight with Sin's wife. We already killed his daughter last episode, the Scorpion Queen. So next up is his wife, of course. Hope Sin doesn't think it's too personal. I mean, it's really not all about him. It's just... they're just one happy, divine family, and I'm just murdering them. Strives the wins, indeed. We're gonna go god slaying today. Hello, here I have some traps. Galgan. There you go. Okay, so there's a lot of physical damage here, if I remember correctly. Physical damage, of course, is the forte of armor-based builds. This is not an armor-based build, so that's going to be a bit of an issue, potentially. On the other hand, if we just keep distracting the enemy and just keep throwing a lot of traps, it's gonna work out rather well. So keep your eye out for that phased sneaky bugger. And there we go. But again, here it is as well. As long as the enemy is phased, they're harmless the moment they try to attack you. If you go from at least with phase run, it is if you go from the phase run into your first attack, you get a bonus. I'm assuming there's probably gonna be a similar mechanic here. So if they though after being phased go for an attack animation, try to sidestep it because it will hurt harder than it otherwise would. And there we go, Soul of Gaugan. Increased chance to evade attacks if you've taken a savage hit recently. That versus physical damage reduction for each hit taken recently. There's something to be said for this one. Savage hit is if you've taken 15% of your maximum life in terms of damage. So for us, it's actually, it does say life, doesn't it? Maximum life. Yeah. So that is that's about 460, 470 points of damage. If you take more than that in a single hit, it counts as a savage hit, and then you would have a 5% chance to evade for the next 4 seconds. Well, I think I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay, we have a waypoint in the quarry, so we can ignore this. Then we stash all the things. And then we have the Sigema feather, which we're gonna give to Irasha. Why Irasha and not the other dude? Because the other dude is totally not a nice person. Very simple. Okay. And then we go back to the quarry. And let's have a look. We were on the left hand side, so let's try the top side. See if that takes us to the Thornton powder. Ooh, hello there. And hello even more. So these lantern throwers, interesting thing here is of course, even if they don't manage to hit you because you sidestep the thing, they leave a puddle of oil, burning oil on the floor, which does burning damage. So that's a little less fun. Well, it's I suspect it's not actual burning damage, but it is fire damage over time. Well, which I guess is burning. It's not an ignite. That's maybe the better way to put it. But it is still burning. So those can actually be surprisingly effective because it's much more difficult to avoid the damage. You have to physically sidestep it rather than only relying on game mechanics. And there we go, one refinery. It's a mix of the factory map with some outdoor settings. Most of the time you just want to head somewhere towards the top side of the map here. Though the way to get there might be rather twisty and curvy. Eventually you will get there. It is possible that there is a set of signals here to follow. Just like in the warehouse district, you can just follow the corpses. The blackguard corpses outside. It's very possible, but these days I think it's in the grain districts. But it's the same pattern. I haven't paid too much attention to this specific area, and I haven't actually read someone pointing it out either. So now just try and head towards the top and just hope for the best. Works out okay. Another Alva Valai. Oh, hello everybody and goodbye. Okay, Alva Splinter Research Lab. Ooh, nice. They haven't actually managed to upgrade this one fully yet, so do it once and we get a breach. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm actually looking forward to see how a bridge goes. Also, there's an opportunity to connect the apex. So left top and the full upgrade. Let's do this. Okay, there's some leads here, or some... Hey, hello, Architect of Ceremonies. You are not allowed to live anymore. Nothing personal. It's just, I like the other one better. There's the stone, and I said left top. Well, let's not get hit by you guys. And there we go, plenty of time for all of this. Okay. I wonder, after playing this trapper, if I would go back to playing an archer of sorts. If the movement and positioning skills that I picked up while playing this character, if that actually translates back to that. Because with the archer, it was not a playstyle that came naturally to me. Now I've got a bit more practice, though this is of course a build that is... Traps are throw and run, even more so than with an archer, I think. Well, I wonder if there's some skill that is transferable there. I mean, obviously I still like to just tank all the things. Ooh, hello there, mister. Yeah, have yourself a decoy. And then just throw all the traps, and I'll just face tank this. Yes, thank you very much. And then we have Thwarton powder. Never heard of the stuff, but apparently it is very good. So we will deliver that one to Sin, might as well. He's next to the waypoint here. Yeah, Sin, enjoy. Then let's go hunting for basilisks. And there we go. Being in the boiling lake always takes me back to the Path of Exile Royale one day, April 1st special event. That was fun. But this setting really reminds me of that. Okay, so we grabbed the hired killer, so now I want to grab reflexes. Just up my evasion even further. Down to 60%, I'll gain 2 levels, and I didn't really bump my gear nor the percentages of evasion. So it makes sense, because the game does calculate your evasion against enemies of your own level, and I am level 69 already. Those incursions, they definitely help you gain a lot more XP than you otherwise would. And of course I just can't help myself and murder all the things I encounter. I have the dragon. Hello there. This side is going to lead me back to where I came from, I suspect. Yeah, so it's going to be in the top right side of the map. I think there's a deterministic route to go here. Could also be that I simply am missing a pattern. I mean, it's all still relatively new, this expansion content. A decimation bow, 6 sockets, double 3 links. Also, I'm still very happy that Arc is now finally very, very playable, especially in the Arc in the Arc trap version. Just arcs all the places. It murders things. It murders them rather hard. Yeah, we gotta go to the right. Ooh, you are speedy and eager to die. I like that in a monster. Better than those monsters that just don't wanna die. Okay, here. Be distracted, please. I'll just throw some traps. And there we go. And then suddenly everybody wants to join the party. But they are not invited. Okay. Let's just ditch even more stuff. Overflowing a little bit with scrolls, though I will end up needing them. And then we can say hello to Sin. Let's see, we're at 25 minutes. We only have the final thing to go. So I'm just gonna make this into a slightly more extended episode than usual and do this, because I think this is usually 5 to 10 minutes, the last bit here. But that way we can just wrap up Act 9 and move forward to Act 10. Because at this point it is near the end of July. And well, there is the 1 month coming up soon, though I haven't actually decided yet if I'm gonna play in the 1 month or simply just continue with this character. And I'm actually leaning towards just skipping the 1 month, however much I like the mechanics of having multiple leagues active at the same time. Simply at this point, I don't think the time investment from my side is going to be feasible to actually get a character to maps. So I might as well just enjoy this one in maps. It's better to just do one thing right than to do 2 things halfway. Hello everybody, goodbye everybody. I'll take that oak buckler. Is it actually something helpful? No, that's not. It's low level and it only has 3% movement speed. I don't want it. Okay, someone is trying to hinder me. And that is a dead end. That is not helpful. Okay, this nicely doubles back. Then we can try the passage over there. It's always a little bit twisty and curvy here. Ooh, Vaal Orb. But eventually we'll get to where we need to be. Golem is taking some punishment. Let's recast it. I must say the combination of the health regen from the triggered traps and the stone golem, it does keep me alive rather well. Ooh, nice. We can upgrade the breach thing excuse me, to have 3 breaches. That is going to be a full room. Then I might as well connect to the jewelry forge. That's going to be the bottom left side. Sweet. Hello, here I have some traps. Whoa, let's not be overly eager here. I'll take the stone of passage and we upgrade the thing. What did I say? Left, top side, right. Yeah, let's not be next to those guys when they try to attack me. What is it? Bottom left. Okay, not quite remembering where to go. Jewelry forge, sure. Okay, how are we doing with our murder spree? Oh, there's some space left in the top for enemies to hide. Hello, found you. Goodbye. And another thing with just 1 second remaining. Tier 3 breach, which has 3 breaches. That is just a very nice echoing of the numbers. Yeah. Let's see if we can find the next area. Oh, let's not be in melee range with you folks. That's gonna be a bad idea. Identify this, pre-trap it, that's something I always forget. And then it kind of solves itself. Yeah. As I said, diamond flask. Oh, later in the game, once we start focusing a little bit more on crits, that diamond flask is gonna be very helpful. At this point in time, it's not gonna do too much. There we go. Hello, goodbye. So, rotten core, if I remember correctly, is usually a bit shorter. And from there, of course, we have the excursions to the Unholy Trinity. Yeah, like that. Hello, Sin. Please, portals. We start with Doedre's Despair. Something dropped. Oh, chance. Oh, wait. Oh, I was trying to kill Alva here. What the heck are you doing here? I only recently gained access to it. So, the cellar. Well, if you connect it to the forge... Let's see, what are we gonna make of it? Sudden Tempests. Tempests are fun. And then, okay, so top left and then the top architect. And then we'll just go back in time, dodge all the things, let's sidestep things a little bit. Okay. Wow, they're eager today. There's an architect hiding here. Ooh, how brave you are. Architect of the Horde. Goodbye. Brave, cautious, that's always... If you yourself are hiding, then you call yourself cautious. If it's someone else, then you call them cowardly. It's all a matter of perspective. When you're trying to murder someone, no, it's not about the nuance, it's not about perspective, it's just about you winning and them not winning. A couple more. There we go. And we get yoinked back to the presence. Oh, we have a Tempest generator. It's going to be a very, very curvy map today. Lots of side passages. Well, for the next time. It's not going to be today. In fact, we still have 5 incursions remaining, so that's going to be a nice end into Act 5, I suspect. Little bit of currency. I must say, so far, the passage through here feels a lot smoother than with previous builds. Oh, hello. And there is the exit. The Doedre's Arena. Here, I have yourself some more traps, a decoy. Okay, I don't like it when you're shouting at me. And I think there we go. Marvelous. 1 down, 2 more to go. Still got space, so let's have a chat with Chevron of Umbra. Ooh, hello. Oh, look at that, you look just like my golem. Or my golem looks just like you. What a coincidence. I'm so happy that the golem now has the automaton MTX available. Because it's a really nice and fitting look for them. Though the humanoid flame elemental is also very nice. But of course, it only works for the flame elemental. Yep, that one is gone as well. Nope. Got myself surrounded there a little bit. Okay, so she's lightning based. That's gonna be hilarious. Usually means she is a little resistant herself. On the other hand, pre-trapping, it works. Also, killing my golem, it works. Chevron, where are you? Chevron? Oh, come on, there. She's so transparent, it was difficult to actually see her. And then we got Maligaro, the last of the 3 dodos. Hello.
Orb of fusing.
I'll take that fuse, thank you very much. I think it was a combination of physical, chaos and lightning damage here. So the fizz and chaos bits are maybe gonna hurt a little more than other bits. Luckily I have life regeneration to offset some of that. And just simply not getting hit by those tornado things seems helpful. Large numbers of enemies to keep my flasks fully charged at all times is also very helpful. There we go, 1 Maligaro. So. Okay. Just trying to pre-trap with a lot of lightning traps, so the number of traps is very high, and then I follow up with the one-shots. Oh, come on, trigger those things now. And yes, will the real Maligaro please stand up? Okay, still pretty good on space for items, so let's wrap this up. The Black Heart. Hello. Not saying you're ugly, but you're ugly. A little bit of a monstrosity. Hello. Nice thing is, of course, we can pre-trap things a little bit. We can keep a little bit of distance just so we can maneuver, dodge those attacks, and then just keep throwing stuff. Hello, everybody. I don't think I like scorpions very much. Yep. And there we go. Die, you monster. Great. And then we got a couple of items for our efforts. And we can move onwards to Oriath. Cool. Okay. That is another act boss taken care of. And now we have arrived in Act 10. Things are going pretty quickly. So I think next episode we'll do all the prep work. So I'm gonna go after Valenta? Yes, Valenta, now evil, now hostile. Apparently very dangerous, so let's do that with care. Of course, the trial, then the episode after that we can go for Merciless Lab. We still have the chain reaction to go for. So triggering one trap also triggers nearby traps, get increased area of effect. Some skill cooldown recovery, so that helps with the siphoning trap and the bear trap. Can throw those a little bit more often, and of course there's just going to be a little bit more damage overall. So I think that's going to be a very nice thing. And then for Endgame Lab, Born in the Shadows will be a very nice defensive bonus to layer on top of everything else. For now though, I'm going to thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again next episode. Bye bye.